In their last 14 games, now at NBA best 12-2, reasserting themselves after an NBA Cup quarterfinals loss to the OKC Thunder, behind a 45-point triple-double from Luka Doncic, 29 from Klay Thompson in his second return to the Bay Area, plus 21 and 8 from Kyrie Irving, the Dallas Mavericks scored the 5th most points in a game by a team this season of 143. This win for Dallas came without key two-way producer Najee Marshall, yet they still combined with Golden State for 48 triples, the most made threes in a game in NBA history. Bouncing back from a rough showing in the quarterfinals against OKC, Luka Doncic could barely miss on Sunday night, as his 16 for 23 shooting from the field, 6 for 11 shooting from distance, and 7 for 9 shooting from the foul line equated to a ridiculous 83.5% true shooting clip. Dominating the game in every facet, the Slovenian sensation also racked up game highs of 13 assists, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. While outscoring Golden State by 18 points when he was on the court, Luka also snatched a game's second most 3 steals. Speaking to how beastly of a performance this was from Doncic, 41 of his points, 14 of his field goals, 10 of his rebounds and assists, and 6 of his threes were recorded through merely 3/4 of action. In a game, Michael Jordan is the only other player of all time to post at least 45 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks simultaneously. Speaking of joining MJ, on the season, Doncic is one of 2 players ever next to Jordan to be averaging at least 25, 8, and 8 to go along with 2 steals in a campaign. Miraculously, at just 25 years of age, Luka's already recorded 9 career 40-point triple-doubles, which is 4th most in NBA history. As you've heard, Luka had 5 stocks in this one, which is a combination of steals and blocks, and in a prior Mavs video, we talked about how Luka's defense on paper has been better this season. He's one of 2 players next to Jalen Williams and Dyson Daniels to be averaging 2+ steals per game. Doncic put that defense on full display by utterly clamping up Brandon Podziemski in the corner to force an errant shot that he got a piece of, then dishing to Klay Thompson in the corner for a triple that put Dallas up 12 down the stretch. Regarding Klay Thompson, that dagger in the final stages was one of 7 triples he hit on the night. In the 2 games he's played against the Warriors, Thompson's averaging 25.5 points per game, the highest scoring average of his against any team. It was a revenge game for Thompson, as that loss to the Dubs earlier in the season clearly must have stung given how well he played on Sunday. KT was looking fresh all throughout in terms of the life he was getting on his jump shot, as well as his body language out there. Along with his 29 points, which were a season high by far, Klay dished out 4 dimes, which was tied for a season high in assists. It was also Klay's first game in a Maverick uniform where he made 7 threes as well. Based off his vitality and general productiveness displayed out there, this resulted in Thompson finishing as a game high plus 21. After Curry had his moment when Golden State beat Dallas at home last month in the group stage of the NBA Cup, Klay would have his own selly post-game after getting the job done for the first time in his career against Golden State in his second return back to San Francisco. Post-game, Klay spoke on his continued love for the Bay Area and Luka's triple-double.
I know it still had to be emotional to come back and play here, but did it feel a little bit more normal this time without all the fanfare right before?
No question, and it still warms my heart to see all the number 11 jerseys. It still makes me incredibly grateful for the time I did have here. Legendary stuff, but now it's time to do some legendary stuff in Dallas, and I truly believe in this team. We have all the ingredients to be really special.
I don't know when you guys got in, but what were you guys able to do, or what were you able to do on your off day? Did you go home? Like, what were you able to do in the Bay Area?
I went and drove by my old neighborhood, and I was able to go to my friend's house in Oakland, Seth, and have a great meal. Drove by Oracle, drove by downtown Oakland, and it was very surreal because I was 21 years old when I came here, and to see the city and the town is always special, and so many good memories.
The guy never ceases to amaze me. He looks like he never rushes, plays at his own pace. But effortless 45, he made it look like, well, anyone who's ever played in this league know how ridiculously good that is. there's only so many players in the history of this game who are capable of such things. So it's an honor to be on his side.
The greatest ball handler the game of basketball has ever seen, and one of the greatest ISO players in Kyrie Andrew Irving, also had an exceptional performance. Kyrie posted a Maverick third most 21 points and a game third most 8 assists. Irving demonstrated his signature skill and playmaking ability. Kyrie's offensive multifunctionality was on full display as he scored efficiently, mixing jumpers with crafty finishes at the basket. Irving's ball handling was a key factor in breaking down the Warriors' defense, setting up his teammates with precise passes, and creating scoring opportunities in general. His 8 assists helped facilitate the flow of the offense, showcasing his role as not just a scorer, but a primary playmaker. Kyrie's performance was a crucial factor in keeping the game competitive. At a stop in the action, we saw Irving and Doncic display their new handshake, which was so in tune that it was a no-look handshake. This just shows you how far their chemistry's come as a duo in what's now the 3rd season of the two being teammates. Jason Kidd had 2 successful challenges in this one, and post-game, he touched on his trio's growing chemistry.
Hey, Jason. Good to see you again.
Hey.
You mentioned Klay taking time to get used to playing with Luka and Kyrie.
Yep.
In what ways is he more comfortable and better now than, say, last time you guys were here a month ago? He's had time now to get a little more adjusted. How does that show? How does that manifest itself?
Just time and battle tested. You got to go through the ups and downs and understand different things that Luka likes or doesn't like, or what Kai likes or doesn't like. And just, he's played in the system, here at Golden State for a while. We're not Golden State's offense. We're a different system. We have 2 quarterbacks that kind of, run the show. And so for him just to get used to that, and it takes time, there's a rhythm to it, and you can see that his feet are settled in and he feels confident. And the one thing I think, people don't really know about Klay is that he is a great teammate. Even when he's not in the game, he's cheering for his guys. And I think that's just incredible for someone who's won championships, to understand that sometimes when you're not playing because of the depth of our team, he's still cheering and he still wants to win.
While this video revolves around the Mavs' first-class trio, as a team over their last 10 games, Dallas owns the NBA's best offensive rating at 119.9. Over their last 12 outings where they've gone 10-2, 7 players in Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Luka Doncic, Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, Spencer Dinwiddie, and PJ Washington are shooting at least 40% from three-point range. On the topic of PJ Washington, and according to Stat Defender, Washington's allowing the fewest points per possession given up when guarding ISOs in the 24-25 regular season on a minimum of 25 total ISO possessions guarded. Doncic ranks 4th in that category, but PJ would mimic Curry's night-night celly near the end of Dallas's W in San Francisco and say post-game that this season for the Mavericks is championship or bust. Let me know if you agree with that take down below. This was your boy DFlow, and I'll see you next video.